welcome beautiful friends. So in this moment I'm feeling to create a video around talking about the heart center. Um, Everything that I've recorded so far has really been about the elemental kingdom, and I'm kind of being guided to explore speaking about coming into the heart center. It's something that's really happening right now in such a big tangible way within myself, and I sense it's happening. It's just happening on such a big scale right now that we're beginning to shift into our heart centers. So I kind of just want to tune in, and I haven't thought about what I'm going to share about. So yeah, let's just see. I'm just going to see where it wants to go. So the first thing that I'm feeling is about bringing our attention into our heart center. It's like, how do we become more heart centered? And so we need to bring our focus so we can use our mind. Like, there's been a lot of we talk about not being in the mind so much anymore, but we really need to use our minds still, so we can invite our mind to bring our focus into our heart center and to really begin to spend time in this space, feeling, breathing into our bodies, breathing into our heart space. So we can breathe into the chakra. But also, it's really beautiful to focus on your physical heart as well, and begin to really imagine, sense, feel the organ itself. So I think I recently heard, oh, I don't remember the statistics now, but the magnetic field and the energetic field of the heart is so much greater than the brain. So if we can begin to drop our awareness more into the center of our beings rather than being up here, we really want to come down into our hearts. We really want to come down into this central part of our physical being. So bringing your attention, bringing your breath into the heart space. And just breathing there, resting there. So I just want to ask my heart, what does it want to share in this moment? What does the field of the heart want to share? And the field of the heart it's the place where we all connect. Everything is connected within the heart space, and the earth is the heart realm. It's the realm of the heart. And once we are aligning with our heart centers, then we're aligning with the heart of the earth as well, and we can begin to hear the voice of the earth more. What else is the heart realm saying? That this is where we find happiness. So we're often using our minds to try and work out how we can become happier, how we can have a happier life. And what I'm feeling now in this moment, the guidance, is that we drop into our heart space. We learn to perceive our reality from our heart space. And so it's just retraining ourselves to come into this space, to drop our attention in, to feel. And in this space, it's like it just is happiness. It just is love. There are layers that we need to work through often. We've put up a lot of defenses around our hearts because we've had the sense of our hearts being broken and that it's painful to be here. It's a very sensitive place. And we've kind of been taught that being sensitive isn't such a great thing to be, but actually it's a wonderful thing to be. It's so great if you're a sensitive being. It means that you're learning how to use your senses on a more subtle level. And that's a really wonderful thing, because then we begin to perceive things in a different way, in a way that actually our bodies and each layer of our bodies, our etheric bodies, our emotional bodies, our psychic bodies, all the different layers, means that we begin to use and perceive reality on these different levels. So when we drop into the heart, once we have worked through and cleared any layers that are stopping us from going in there, and you can do this by just allowing all of the feelings that are coming up, just really welcome them and give space for them. We don't need to run from them, but we can embrace them. And this brings us further into the heart center. So once we're in there, we begin to realize that what we've been hiding is our joy and our love and our happiness. Our society hasn't really provided an arena for us to explore joy. It kind of, as a child, if you're too joyful or too loud or too expressive, it begins to be shut down because we need to conform to sit in the classroom, to eat nicely at the table, to behave in a way that is seen to be correct. But what is within the heart center is this really joyful expression of who you are. It is this state of happiness. It is this state of joy. And so this is an invitation to come in here, to find your joy. I remember doing a meditation last year, and I'd just be like, oh, there's so much sadness in my heart. And I would be afraid to go in there because I could feel all this sadness. And as I dropped in and I began to feel the sadness and express the sadness, I realized actually it wasn't sadness really that was in there. The sadness was that I wasn't expressing my joy. So what I found in my heart center was my joy. It was joy and love and happiness. So it's really here. We don't actually have to go looking for it or even create it in the outside world. It's residing within us already, within inside our hearts, inside our bodies. And so it's really bringing our attention inward into the space of our bodies, into the energy within our bodies. What else does the heart space? The heart space is calling to us. It's yearning for us as much as we yearn for it. It is yearning for us. So I feel I feel like this beckoning right now. It's calling us in. It's inviting us to come into the heart space. So one of the practices that I've been doing, especially in the last few weeks, actually more so than ever before, is like when I found that I've gone off into my head a little bit and I'm worrying and I'm upset, or there's something that I don't know how to do, then I find I'm doing what I was suggesting earlier and just dropping in and thinking and asking, what would my heart do? What does my heart want in this space, in this moment? And then my relationship to what's occurring shifts completely. I just feel differently towards life when I'm viewing it through my heart center rather than through my thoughts, through my mind, through my brain. What else wants to be shared? Just feeling like this great sense of love that is inviting you home to the space of the heart, to the space of love. This is where the healing happens. This is where the healing of the planet happens. We can, getting angry, there is space for anger. I've heard it called sacred rage recently. There's stuff that needs expressing and feeling. But I really believe that once that expression is over, once we've really let it go, I also see how we heal through love. We heal through the heart center. We love everything back into harmony. We become love. And as we become love, we radiate love, and it ripples out and it shifts and changes our environment from the inside out. What else wants to be shared now? That kind of feels complete for this moment. So, yeah, I really invite you to play with your breath, with breathing into your heart center, with allowing and loving all that arises, to allow you to drop deeper into the space of the heart. So much love to you, and enjoy your heart center. Enjoy this sacred, beautiful space that is within you and is always alight and shining bright. So enjoy. So much love to you.